you know, you guys are joining a piece of history, like with Gene Kelly and Tom and Jerry and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. How did this story and this character come across you guys as filmmakers?
I mean, we had always sort of connected over a love of the book. You know, we both grew up with it when we were younger. We read it to our own kids, and we always sort of eyed it as something that we wanted to kind of adapt. And you know, we were lucky enough to get the rights from you know, the estate to do that, and we just sort of jumped in when that happened.
Nice. How easy is that to come together? Because it's a bold movie. This is a big old musical with a singing gigantic crocodile.
It was hard. I mean, we got great support from the studio. We developed it and then brought it to Sony. And you know, to their credit, they really got it on first bounce, which isn't always the case. And we got really lucky. You know, we decided to make it a musical because the book, which is very short, had some indications that Lyle, you know, was a performing crocodile. And so it just felt, well, if he's performing, the only thing to do is have that actually really realize itself.
And I think we've always wanted to do a proper big musical. So this was our excuse.
Well, and the thing is, like, I'm watching this and, you know, the last person I would think would be Javier Bardem in a big musical for some reason. I know he has a talent, but then he just owns this. How did you guys know that he was the right choice for this character?
Mean, everything
we got lucky.
He's done.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Skyfall behind your head.
We love
I
know. We love your posters, but we were talking about it earlier, Josh and I, which is that, you know, even when Javier is in Skyfall or as a villain, or he's in No Country for Old Men, he really finds charm and humor in anything he does. And I think that's what was important here, is that this wasn't just a lascivious showman who's trying to exploit this singing crocodile. You actually have to like him. He has to feel like he's charming and that you're rooting for him. And so it's not an uncomplicated character. And someone like Javier, we knew, could bring a whole world to it. And he's also such a consummate performer that he became a song and dance man in the process of making the movie. He did everything himself. He never had a dance double. He never had a singing double. We didn't auto-correct or auto-tune his vocals. So he really
really rehearsed for almost 4.5 months to do these numbers, and would send us video once he got the number right. And you'd be like, I can't believe that's Javier Bardem doing that. But he really committed.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, I was watching it. I was thinking, this is like an old school musical. Every time he was on, I felt like that's the guy I would see in those old time, you know, 50s musicals. But that's
he refused to let us double him, so he would do every single move himself, and sometimes do the whole performance all the way through, which is exhausting. But he gave us so much extra to work with. It was incredible.
Now, you also have a really wonderful performance from a young actor. And I've seen his work. He's always good. How did you know to go with him? How did you know he'd be the right choice?
It was during the pandemic that we auditioned a lot of kids. Mary Vernier, our casting director, did an amazing job. And, you know, we saw literally 100 to 200 kids and just narrowed it down. And we had known about Winslow, but we hadn't really seen his work. And he just blew us away. He was very intuitive and very smart, and he was able to roll with whatever we gave him, which was an amazing gift for a kid that age, to be authentic and to find truth in things that sometimes were very, you know, exceptional. Like, you know, you have to befriend this crocodile, and in this moment, you're trying to coax him out on stage. These are not, you know, things that you easily draw from your own life with. And, you know, Winslow was able to transport himself beautifully into all of this.
Oh, Eunice, we got a crocodile on a motorcycle.